Good morning everyone. Welcome to my kitchen, and today I'm going to show you an easy recipe that can be for lunch or dinner or an appetizer, whatever. I'm going to make soup. I'm going to make lentil soup. Lentil is one of those things that nobody knows about it, but it's so healthy for you. It's so good for you. It's in the bean family. I don't know if you know what lentils are, but they grow in the pods, like beans. So it's in the bean family. They have a lot of fiber, low in fat, lots of protein, and lots of potassium and lots of fiber. So it's really good for you, and it's really good for vegetarians. I'm putting chicken broth in mine, but you can do it with a vegetable broth if you want. So you can make it vegetarian. So I'm going to start, and we have a daughter. I'm sorry, I want to tell you, we have a daughter. She's from Kansas, and she's a vegetarian. So this recipe goes out to her. So I know she's going to love lentils. She never had it probably, but she's going to love it. So this reminds me of Cyprus, where I came from, and we used to eat lentils so much. It was so healthy and so delicious. My mom used to make them. Easy recipe, nothing to worry about it. I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to start by adding a little bit of olive oil in my pan. I have a little, and I'm doing it in the pan instead of in the pot. Usually you do it in the pot, but I'm doing it in the pan so you can see all the good stuff that's going in there. So I'm going to start by adding a half onion. I'm going to chop it fine. And this is what we call the Holy Trinity. It's the three major vegetables that you put on any stew, any soup. So it's onions, carrots, and celery. That's your three vegetables that you want to have on hand anytime you're going to make soup. So this onion, it's about 1 cup chopped, half an onion. That goes in there. And I have 2 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to mince. There we go. I'm going to mince with this. You don't have to cut them too small, but mince, finely mince. So there you go. That goes in there. That goes in my pot, in my pan. So I have a carrot. Just 1 carrot, I think will be plenty, because you're going to have so much vegetables in there. We're doing carrots and celery. About 1 cup of carrots. There you go. That's chop on this. That's about 1 cup of carrots, and I have my celery here, which I'm going to slice lengthwise first, and I keep my celery whole when I chop it. See, that's a whole celery, so I keep it whole and I cut it lengthwise. So this way I get small chunks, not very big. This is about 1 cup. There you go, that goes in there. All right, so this is going to be sauteed here for maybe 5 minutes. And it looks so good, so colorful, really nice colors. Oh, it smells wonderful already. So I'm going to let it saute for a little bit, and we're going to add the rest of the stuff, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It doesn't take long. It's probably going to take about an hour to cook the lentils to make them soft, but it's going to be so good, so delicious. So my vegetables look so good, and it smells so delicious. So now I'm just going to add the rest of the stuff. I'm going to add a little bit of tomato paste, maybe about one tablespoon. There you go. I saute that a little bit with my vegetables just to get the flavor going. Smells so good. Now I'm going to add 1 can of tomatoes. This is diced tomatoes, just plain tomatoes, 14.5 ounces. There you go. That goes in there. There we go. Looks good already. So the next thing I'm going to put in here is my lentils. So 1 cup of lentils, and I soak them in water overnight. And this is what I have. These are my lentils. Soak them from overnight, makes them a little bit more tender and they don't take as long to cook. So there's the lentils going in. Now I'm going to put all the rest of this stuff in here. I'm going to put I'm using the Better Than Bouillon base. So that's my bouillon. I need about 6 cups of water to get this going. This is 2. Oops, my spoon fell. That's 2. 4. 6 cups of water will be perfect. There you go. And now we're going to put all the flavors in here. We're going to put Baileys, couple Baileys. We're going to put a little bit of oregano. About 1 little teaspoon maybe. 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. And there we go. Now we're going to let this simmer I'm going to let it come to boil. Then I'm going to cover it. I have it on high right now. So I'm going to let it come to boil. I'm going to cover it and I'm going to cook it for 45 minutes to 1 hour. I'm going to check it for taste first, just to see. Amazing good. So good. So I will see you in an hour to show you what I'm going to serve this with and how it looks when it's done. It smells so good. It's delicious. So easy. You put it in a pot and you forget about it. You can also do this in a crock pot if you want. You just have to be careful how long to cook it in a crock pot because you don't want your lentils to be really, really overcooked and be mushed instead of whole lentils. So I'll see you in an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. So I had this cooking for 45 minutes and it's perfect. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Look how delicious. So 45 minutes later and it looks good, it smells delicious. So at the last 15 minutes I'm going to cook it with 1/4 cup of rice. The rice is going to make them a little crunchy and it's going to bring a little different texture to it. So 1/4 cup of rice goes in here and it's going to cook for another 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. It doesn't take long for the rice because this is already boiling. So I'm going to cover it up and I'm going to simmer it for another 15 minutes and we're going to have lunch. I want to tell you that I'm not a chef. I'm just a home cook that loves to cook. Easy recipes, healthy most of the time. And also, if you have any questions, just message me on YouTube and I will answer you your question. So All the ingredients on this recipe is going to be in the description box. So I hope you take the time to make this soup, and I'll see you in a little bit. So there I am. I'm ready for lunch. I'm excited. This soup, it smells wonderful. Looks so good, delicious. So I'm going to put it in my little bowl. I'm going to garnish this with a little bit of Greek yogurt. Goes really well with this soup. That goes right on top. A little bit of parsley. A little bit of olive oil on top. And lemon. Lemon is the next thing I'm going to put on this because lemon goes really well with this. And there's our soup. Look at this. Look how wonderful it looks. So I'm going to serve this soup for lunch for me and Gary with the nice crusty bread. I just made a nice crusty bread. The recipe is on YouTube. You can get that anytime. And it's so good with the crusty bread. This is the bread that I made this morning. So it's delicious. Very easy recipe. You can find it on YouTube. But let me taste this and see how it tastes. So good. Doesn't need anything else. Delicious, healthy, good for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, share, and give us some thumbs up. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.